Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome WSWA President and CEO, Michelle Korsmo.
In 1810, a 16-year-old man in Staten Island borrowed $100 from his mother to buy a shallow draft two-mast sailing boat to transport fish, produce, and other merchandise from Staten Island to Manhattan. He'd been doing the work of a ferryman for 5 years already, but at the age of 16, he wanted to be in business for himself. It was tough work. The boat was small. The weather was, as you can imagine in 1810, unpredictable, and the competition was abundant. Within the year, he paid his mother back and bought another boat. The success from his small ferry boats led him to work captaining a powered steamship. That led him to building an ocean-going steamship line, and then eventually buying a rail line and several more that he combined to create the largest railroad in the United States, the New York Central and Hudson River Railroad. By now you know I'm talking about Cornelius Vanderbilt, who, from his beginning on the Hudson River, became the richest man in the world. They called him the Commodore. It was a nickname that he got as a teenager from the other ferryman who saw an energy and an ambition in Vanderbilt that was different than those around him. The Commodore viewed his work and the possibilities in that work differently than others doing the same work. He was an entrepreneur, a business person through and through. We are here at the ultimate business event in the wine and spirits marketplace, in a room full of entrepreneurs who have the same passion and ambition as the Commodore. This room is filled with people who have great ideas, smarts, guts. We know why you are here at the WSWA, but did you ever stop to think about why you are really here? There are hundreds of studies that talk about why people take the risks inherent in being an entrepreneur. One report that resonated with me was from Infusionsoft. Their research found there are 4 distinct types of entrepreneurs. The first is the passionate creator. I think we have a lot of passionate creators in this room. This group believes that passion is a necessary quality of success. If you are a passionate creator, you are marketing focused and tech savvy. Then there are the freedom seekers. You know who you are. You're looking for an environment where you can control your work life. These individuals are the true small business owner. More than expansive teams of employees, freedom seekers look to automation to do much of the work for them. The third group are the legacy builders. These people are about bringing something new to the marketplace. You think about your families and building your business to take care of future generations. You are in it for the long haul. The last group are the struggling survivors. The reality is, building a business is hard. There's always a risk, and the challenges that must be met are numerous. Struggling survivors face these challenges daily. In many ways, I think all entrepreneurs are a bit of each of these types, depending on what you're facing in your business at any given moment. That's what's so exciting about it. You have the passion. You enjoy the freedom. You work through the struggle. You build the legacy. We are proud at WSWA to be the place for you to take your business to the next level. For those I have not yet met, I'm Michelle Korsmo, and I'm the new president and CEO of the Wine and Spirit Wholesalers of America. I grew up on a farm in North Dakota, and I caught the political bug early on. I've been lucky to have some great experiences in politics, from running my own grassroots and campaign management firm in North Dakota, to moving to DC, working closely for a cabinet secretary, and then running another trade association before I came to WSWA last September. Over the last 7 months, I've traveled coast to coast and in between, getting to know and appreciate the leadership of WSWA. Our immediate past chairman, Barclay Stewart, has been a tremendous guide for me as I learn the details of this business and more about our members. Thank you, Barclay, for investing your time in me and WSWA. This industry is in a great state of growth. There are more choices than ever available in the marketplace, and the products that we are bringing to consumers are consistently safe because of our system, which allows consumers to trust us. At the same time, the industry is changing and evolving. It is my charge to help the wine and spirit wholesalers of America grow and evolve with the marketplace. So how do we do this? As an association, we exist for 3 reasons: to educate, to network, and to advocate. A few years back, the business publications all wrote about the platform economy. In 2012, Facebook went public as the 3rd largest IPO in history for a company whose only product to sell is access to others. How could something that didn't have a traditional product be that valuable? Then came Twitter and Snapchat. The value of the platform isn't a fluke. It's interesting that we call it social media, since it's not media as we know it. Newspapers and television stations employ reporters who write stories for us to consume. Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat write code that allows us to write the stories for their product. These companies provide a platform for others to do business on their system, either directly through personal or business posts, or indirectly through targeted advertising. Strong trade associations are also a platform for exchanging knowledge and connecting people. The real power for associations comes from taking the knowledge platform and linking it with our advocacy work. And that's the formula for our value proposition. So as our members come together to conduct business, connect, and learn, we as an association study and see opportunities to advocate for public policy that will have a positive effect on the way business is conducted and consumers and society are protected. At WSWA, we are focused to listening to our members to see how we can bring more value. Specifically, we are looking at how we can improve your convention experience. When we ask you to fill out that survey, we really mean it. Tell us what you think. We're conducting research and interviews and analysis so that your survey responses can factor into that. Try us. See what happens in 2020. As I mentioned, sharing knowledge on the shifting market is critical. Technology continues to transform how we do business. Automation is happening in the warehouse and in the delivery vehicles. Software is much more powerful, and the data and information it provides in real time brings smarts and efficiency. The desire for data seems insatiable. In my house, we have an Amazon Echo, YouTube, everybody? Mostly, we use it to play music, tell us the weather report, and frankly, it's the most expensive kitchen timer I've ever owned. What's amazing to me is that when I say, Alexa, play some music, the AI selection is entirely different than when my 7-year-old daughter or my spouse asks the same question. The system uses the data from our individual voices and search history to select a playlist. Now, WSWA isn't setting up for voice recognition, but we are working to bring better data to the wine and spirits industry. This spring, we will be launching SipSource. SipSource is the only accurate and complete source of depletion data that provides insights across the industry. It's compiled from our wholesaler members and is a great example of what associations can do together. SipSource will provide product category and segment reporting. For example, you can see trends in red wine broken down by Pinot Noir, Cabernet, Merlot, etc. And you will see the data by channel segmentation on and off premise. So you can see what's happening in lodging, dining, bar and nightclub, grocery, retail. Brands will not be reported by volume, but because everyone wants to know, we will publish a list of the top brands and product category, by product category and channel. Another great feature of SipSource is the industry perception survey of supplier and wholesaler executives. In our first survey this quarter, this is what we've learned. Industry insiders expect a continuation of overall 2018 trends, with rosé and sparkling leading wines, and mezcal and tequila leading spirits growth. The industry is focusing on premium products across the board, a lot of which is due to the volume pressures from the emerging consumer trends, such as health and wellness. All of this comes together to show that spirits will continue to grow at a moderate rate of 2 to 5%, while wine stays mostly flat with a 0 to 2% growth. 84% of the executives in the survey said that packaging will be a significant or very significant factor in product innovation in the next 12 months. And you will be pleased to hear that respondents are more optimistic about industry growth in wine and spirits than current data indicates. They expect retail to outperform current trends. I'm excited about this collaboration and comprehensive view of the industry created with our partner data organizations, Nielsen, VIP, A.T. Kearney, and NABCA. At the end of the day, the most important thing the association does for its members is advocacy. We know that the three-tier system is the reason the United States has unmatched choice in wine and spirits offered to consumers, coupled with confidence in the safety of the wine and spirits they are buying. Now, you've heard me talk about how business is changing, and you may be wondering, how can I stand here and say that our priority is advocating for the decades-old three-tier system and say that we are leaning in to manage change? Frankly, I think holding these two positions is vital for the continued success and confidence in the wine and spirits business in the United States. There's a lot of history in this business. We've had 2 constitutional amendments about our product. We must understand our history and why the system exists the way it does today. When we know what has been critical to the industry's success, we will be able to make the right decisions about how to change with the times. A future market with relative ease of entry for new products, safety in those products, and our ability to efficiently collect the taxes our communities depend on is not a foregone conclusion, just as it isn't for any business or industry. Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos both often talk about the very real possibility that an upstart competitor could knock them out of the market dominance they have today. In fact, Mr. Gates refers to the threat of programmers in their garage creating the next industry-shifting product that will knock Microsoft off of its #1 position, just like he and Paul Allen did in the 1970s. We must be open, resilient, and grounded in our history. We must listen to and respond to consumer desires. I love Mr. Bezos' theories that consumers are always wonderfully dissatisfied. Paying attention to the dissatisfaction, and especially for this industry's socially sensitive product, having a strong understanding of the right way to meet that consumer desire will be a key to adapting and being successful in the future. It has been tremendously energizing to be a part of WSWA 76 with you. Getting to know you has been joyful. Thank you for welcoming me so warmly.